Hello guys, welcome back to Between the Ropes TV. Now it's nearly the end of the year and that is time for our prestigious award ceremony. I imagine this is the one that every boxer up and down the country, these are the awards they want. So without further ado, this is our fight of the year. Yas, I'm going to come to you first. Give us your fight of the year and reasons why.
My fight of the year would be Canelo versus Dimitri Bivol. This is because obviously I feel like from this fight, this was kind of the birth to the world. Showed really how good Dimitri Bivol is coming up against a pound for pound, not one of the pound for pound fighters in Canelo, and he dominated. And from there we've seen him go from strength to strength, really. So for me, that was my fight of the year. Obviously, big occasion in America, and he got the win against all odds.
Yes, does this surprise or not surprise, depending on where you're at? The majority of people thought Canelo would win that fight, but obviously, depending on where you were sat, obviously that was pre you being with us on the channel. Does that sort of potential surprise value add to it?
Yeah, 100%. Because I've always rated Bivol as a boxer. I've always known he's a good fighter, but I didn't think he'd be capable to beat Canelo. Because Canelo is, like I said, one of the pound for pound fighters. So obviously to go and do that in his backyard as an underdog, all the accolades that Canelo's got as a fighter, of course it took me by surprise. So for me, that was probably the fight of the year, and the manner in the way that he done it as well made me feel like that.
No, brilliant. Now, I should say for those of you watching, just because Yas has picked it doesn't mean that's our winner. Ray, I'll come to you. What's your fight of the year?
Leigh Wood, Michael Conlan. I think for me, it had everything that you want from a fight. It was back and forth. It had someone getting dropped early on, Leigh Wood. The fight was going Conlan's way. It had the excitement of Leigh Wood getting back into the fight. It kind of reminded me of Jermaine Taylor, Carl Froch, in the way that the knockout came. It kind of came out of nowhere. You could argue Conlan was getting tired. You could argue Leigh Wood was getting stronghold. And I think that's what makes it exciting, because both arguments are valid. And then the knockout was just absolutely sensational. The way he just kind of fell out the ring and landed into his dad and his brother's arms.
No, yeah, I can see where you're coming from. I mean, just quickly, Ray, obviously there's been a lot of talk about that being a potential rematch. Obviously, we've seen Michael Conlan come back and rebuild with a couple of reasonably impressive wins. Is that something you'd want to see? And also, if we do get to see it, do you think it goes the same way with Wood's power being too much, or do you think Conlan learns from his mistakes?
I don't think that happened. That fight happened again, to be honest with you. I think Leigh Wood's party will just think they don't want any bit of Michael Conlan. Leigh Wood was losing that fight. I think Michael Conlan, it sounds a bit basic, but if he avoids the power shots, which he's got all the capabilities of doing, he wins the fight. I think Leigh Wood will probably push on to, he's 33 now, Leigh Wood, isn't he? So he'll be wanting the big money fights in terms of like big unification fights. He is a world champion now. He's been fully elevated to the WBA status. So I would tip Conlan to win should they ever have a rematch, but I can't see it happening.
No, I agree. Well, unless I've gone a curveball, I suppose it falls to me, and I'd argue rightly so, to crown Between the Ropes TV's fight of the year. Ray, I'm with you 100%. I thought Wood Conlan, for exactly the same reasons that you've said. I thought it was an incredible fight. And obviously, it was pretty early in the year, still back in March, so it was like that was like the first real incredible fight of 2022 for me. I will be honest, though, pleasantly surprised. When we did these awards last year, we all disagreed with each other. However, Canelo Bivol was my number 2. So, fair play. Guys, we'll wrap it up there. That's our fight of the year. Let us know in the comment section what you guys have gone for and why. And we've got plenty more of these videos coming, so stay tuned.